Denver did trade Andre Miller.
That's going to help the
Wizards. The Wizards get him. And so tell me about that, because Washington right now is number 5 in the Eastern Conference.
Ernie, this is if Andre Miller comes in, can get him quality backup minutes, but also you got those 2 young guards, Wall and Beal, who are going to be both perennial all-stars for the next few years. This could be a great pickup, but he's got to come in. He probably brought him in, obviously, to play a little bit, but probably help those guys mature.
And, of course, he had the falling out with Brian Shaw in Denver, has been away from the team, and finally they deal him, and he winds up with the Wizards. Some other trades on trade deadline day, and we're just going to show you a page with a few names and tell me what jumps out at you here. Spencer Hawes going to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And you might be on to something here. I think Spencer Hawes is going to help the Cavaliers.
I do too.
I do. I think it's the Sixers. They had an interesting day, but I think Spencer Hawes is going to do a good job. He's a good, solid center. They kind of screwed up their team the last couple of years. They don't have many big guys in Cleveland. I mean, Kyrie is an all-star, but I think this might get the Cavaliers in the playoffs. This might get it done, Ernie.
They're only, Charlotte is 8 right now. Cleveland 3 back.
Charlotte made a nice move,
and Cavs riding a 6-game winning streak. Right now.
But also, Kenny's right. The Bobcats made a couple nice looks. Gary Neal and Luke Ridnour. Yeah. So it's going to go down. First of all, let me get everybody's in it.
And Marcus Thornton goes from Sacramento to Brooklyn.
He goes to Brooklyn. They need a little bit more scoring coming off the bench. He's the type of guy that when he gets going, he's real explosive, and he went to LSU.
Well, he's what Jason Terry was. Honestly, Jason Terry used to be able to get these baskets pretty easily when he was a Maverick. Now later on in his career, he was in injuries. I think more than anything, he wasn't able to get the kind of buckets that Brooklyn needed off the bench. Marcus Thornton can provide that, a younger version of that. Jason Eugene Terry.
The real Jet.
Jason Eugene Terry.
The real Jet.
Ernie, I think that sometimes when we talk about trades, when guys who are, first of all, I look at the NBA like this, starters and bench guys. But when you put certain bench guys with a Paul Pierce, a Derrick Williams, guys like that, that's going to elevate their game. Sometimes when role players are playing with a bunch of slugs, Kenneth's favorite saying, some of those guys are looters in a riot. You really can't tell if guys can really play. But when you put some of these role players with better players
in the right situation,
it really enhances the team.
Yeah. So when you play with guys, and he's talking about looters and rioters, you play with guys who, when you pass the ball and you're running a play, and if you cut hard during that play, the ball zips to you. And other times you could cut, pass, and zip. It will never zip to you. It'll never come, no matter how fast you go, because they're not looking. And it's just an understanding of playing the game the right way and playing it with an understanding of a team concept gets lost, especially this time of year when guys are trying to figure out if they're going to get new contracts, going to be traded or stay home. This time of year is the worst time to be on a team like that. The worst time. This is the most, I'm not gonna lie, this is the most depressing time that I ever had in my life. Or this time of year when I was on bad teams throughout my career. Blessed I was only on, and for 7 years I was on good teams. But it was the worst time. I was depressed. I would be spending money buying my things in the mall. I would just be trying to make myself feel good, man. I was just doing a whole bunch of crazy, just buying new cars and just to make myself feel good.
I applaud you for stimulating the economy.